Hey guys, it's Handy Jeff, and today we are installing a gas stove or range, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people are scared to do this, so I wanted to teach you guys how to do this. I have years of experience as a plumber, and natural gas is not as scary as everybody makes it out to be. So if you want to learn how to install a brand new stove, then stick around. Let's talk about the tools you're going to need for this. So I have a gas whip or a gas line. This is a flexible gas connector. It comes with two different connection pieces here. Then I've got two pairs of channel locks and some pipe dope or thread sealant, whatever you want to call it. This actual gas connector did come with a backflow prevention style, so check this out. Essentially, if the gas gets too hot or there's too much pressure blowing on it, it automatically will shut the flow of gas off. So check this out. If I blow too tight, it won't allow any gas through. You can hear it clicking on. Kind of cool. All right, behind your appliance, you are going to have a gas valve. We want to make sure that it is shut off. Even though this is cut off and capped off right here, we want to make sure it is shut off. In order to tell if a gas valve is shut off, if the handle goes across the way of the pipe, then it is shut off. If it is in line, that means it is open. So let's go ahead and shut this bad boy off, and then we get to take this cap off right here. Because of the method of how this is going to connect and how this is a male adapter right here, it needs to go into a female spot. This is the first female spot that's 1/2 inch. This is also 1/2 inch. What we are going to do is we are going to go ahead and unscrew this. This little nipple right here will come loose, and we got to hold back up on our reducing adapter right here. So what I'm going to do is come in here to hold back up, and then remember, lefty loosey, righty tighty. Just go ahead and unscrew this bad boy. Now, a few things I can tell. That has not been taken off in a very long time, which means I'm actually going to go ahead and remove all this stuff and then repipe it back. If you want to see how to do that, I'm going to have a separate video on just how to do that. And I will leave a link to that video down in the description of this video. And we are back. As you can see, I have repiped all of this. You can see the thread sealant that's left over. Have no fear though, we are going to test for leaks once we've completed this install. Now, we've got our little backflow prevention device. And as you can see, if you look on this, it has a giant arrow right there that states the flow goes that direction. So we have to pipe dope this. So just take some thread sealant and run it around. That's way more than I really need, but hey, better safe than sorry. Then we're going to go ahead and screw that into the end here. Let me get you up here so you can see what's going on. Once it is in there, we're going to take our channel locks, and with this we don't have to hold back up because we are tightening. As long as you are tightening something, the worst thing that could happen is you're going to spin it tighter. Now if you were loosening something, you always want to hold back up. And as you can see, I'm spinning that coupling. That's okay, it's just tightening the whole train of pipe. Oh man, there we go. So this is the backside of our brand new range. As you can see, this is the gas valve. There's no connector in here. So in order to make a connector, I'm going to have to take our 1/2 inch here and just put some pipe dope on this. We want to make sure that this does not leak. All right, so I cleaned it up a little bit. Next, we just screw this bad boy right down into our gas valve. All right, so my channel locks are a little bit of overkill and hard to get in here. So you could use a wrench or a smaller pair of channel locks. And I am back with a much smaller pair of channel locks that I can get in here pretty easy. And we're just going to go ahead and tighten this down. All right, it is in there good and tight. As you can see here, we have our gas line is over here, our range line is over here, And essentially what we have to do then is take our gas whip or our gas connector and just go ahead and screw it on down. So we're going to start tightening that. Then I'm going to unwind this with a nice little loop and connect it to my range line here. That fought me a little bit more than I would have expected. So let me explain why we don't pipe dope this particular fitting right here. So this is a flared fitting, and because of the way that it is made, this is essentially what this nipple sticking out is. Then this gas connector is made to take a flared fitting without leaking. So we do not need to pipe dope it. As you can see, because of the way that this connector is, it just screws on down. For this portion, we are holding backup. I know you said I said if I was tightening stuff, you don't need backup in the gas line video. On this, you do, because you do not want this flared fitting to spin. You want it to just cinch down. That is good on one side. Let's do the other side. All right, that is tight. Once you have hooked up your gas line, it's time to test to see if you have any leaks. You can do that by a mixture. This is literally just Dawn dish soap and water, and all you have to do is turn your gas valve on and then spray down all of the fittings that you just redid, including along your hose if it's used, and down in here as well. And then you wait and see if you see any bubbles. As you can see, I don't have any bubbles coming off, and I've really soaked it. You can tell by the back wall. And if you look all the way along the gas line, you don't see any bubbles coming out. Same thing down here. It looks like this connection is a tight gas connection. The important part here is that there are no leaks, because that's when natural gas gets dangerous. So please, please, please make sure that you check your gas line and your fittings and everything, because bad things can happen, especially if you're gone and you don't smell it. Your furnace lights up, and then boom, there goes your house. We don't need that. Since this is a brand new stove, I am going to go ahead and hook up all of the goodies that come with this. We gotta put all of our burners on, so this is fun. And we throw on the very tippy tops. You don't need to watch this. Oh! Well, this is fun. I just realized that there is no outlet to plug in for our stove. So we've got ourselves an extension cord. Let's go ahead and try this little guy out, see how she works. Hey, would you look at that? And we have all of our burners are going. How awesome is that? So if you learned something today, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and if you want to learn how to run an outlet, because we're going to have to do that, go ahead and hit that notification bell so you don't miss it. This has been Handy Jeff. Thank you so much for watching. If you have an interest in anything that is related to home repair, vehicle repair, or DIY, subscribe. Please, I would be forever grateful. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Handy Jeff. See you in another video. Bye!